Good evening, everyone. Welcome to M3 TV News. The stream that gives you the best news. This is your boy M3, and I have First Lady Tammy. I have Mr. Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I have a returning guest, Miss Chris, the Blooming Ebony.
Hi.
So I want to say today's topic is called Has Justice Been Served Righteously? And so before we get into these questions, as always, I must ask, how is everyone doing tonight?
Hot outside. It's good though.
Yeah, tell me about it. I went to go try to grab some food, man, and I was thinking about going out for a walk, but the heat was like, nope. So I wound up driving instead, man.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. And Tammy, you said like your day's been good so far?
Yeah, I today was the first day of like professional development because the first day of school is on Thursday. So where there's something new that we're trying, and you hear a lot of teachers with this negative mindset, and it's like, you have to try to think about things in a positive way. When you think about things negatively, then it's going to go in a negative direction. So I don't think a lot of them are seeing the positive side of it. I try to always see the positive side, but yeah, after that, like I called my parents of my students, because typically a couple of days before the first day of school, I'll call all my students to introduce myself. Like, I'm your kid's math teacher for the year. So nice to meet you. Can't wait to meet your child. So parents appreciate that. So.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. And then Chris, how's your day going for you?
Not bad. I'm in tax season, so it's been going kind of quickly, but can't complain.
All right, that's good. Well, I'm glad everyone's having a good day. So, and so today's so this person that we're going to talk about first, we're going to talk about. See if I can pull him up on the chat. We're going to talk about Mr. Bill Cosby. And so I have, thanks in courtesy of First Lady Tammy with her questions, I have like a lot of questions about Bill Cosby, because you all know, for most, that, he was convicted of something that he claimed that he didn't do. And I think he was in jail for in prison for I want to say 3+ years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this year he's finally out, and so there might be mixed feelings about it. So I'll just start off with this number one question: what were your first thoughts when you found out of the conviction when you found Bill Cosby's conviction was overturned?
I was like, about time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of things that was going on that just, it just showed that they basically, took everything that he was saying and they took everything that he was going through and they twisted it. You know what I'm saying? They twisted the facts, they twisted the story, because they wanted him to be found guilty. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to people and their dealings, and their behaviors, you know what I mean? I always say that the two things that I feel like are just unquestionably wrong when it comes to whatever intimate behavior you have with anybody is if you mess with kids. I think that's a no-brainer. I think kids, everybody know that the kid thing is a no-brainer. That's just, we all know that that's just absolutely wrong. Like we don't got to even think about that. That ain't nothing to think about. You know what I mean? Kids are innocent and they shouldn't be exposed to certain behaviors. We all know that. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And second would be rape or sexual assault. I mean, that's about it. You know what I'm saying? And if those two things are not something that's going down, then people just need to mind their business, honestly. Because, everybody got their own little spice in the bedroom. I don't know what everybody does. I don't care what everybody does. You're not in my bedroom, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So whatever spice is what you like to eat on your food in the bedroom, then that's the spice you go with. That's what you go with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many partners you have. I don't care. If you want to sleep with a cow or a donkey, I mean that's really on you. Like whatever color the rainbow you land on, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I know where I stand. You know what I'm saying? I'm a straight man. I know where I stand, and I have no problem saying that. But hey, wherever you want to go with yours, go with it. You know what I mean? You want to have two men, one man, X-Man, whoever you want to have. You know what I mean? Wolverine, the Hulk, whoever you want to have as your lover. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's on you. That is on you. Whatever woman or man you want to have as your lover, that's on you. I'm not really involved in that. So that's none of my business. I don't get involved in that. Because some people, like I said, some people like that stuff, man. Some people, they have swingers and arranged marriages and extended family and blended families and all types of just stuff going on. So you just never know what a person's into or what them and their partner is into. So I just think as far as that trial, it was just a lot of things that went wrong, and it was exposed. It was exposed. Things were, evidence was tampered with. People were people were basically trying to stretch the real story, and when you stretch the truth, it's a lie. So they were trying to make something, that wasn't true, and it really was a lie, and they got exposed. And that's really just the bottom line between the whole thing. So yeah, DJ Eddie, what's going on, boy?
Let's welcome DJ Eddie King.
Hey guys, how are you doing? All right, so I'm late. Sorry,
no problem.
Just getting home from work. How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good.
Hey, First Lady, how you doing? And
her name is Chris, the Blooming.
Oh, Chris. Oh, hey, how you doing, Chris? I didn't see the name. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Finish up, Mr. Hall of Fame.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm passing the rock.
Yeah.
Rock.
So thank you for joining the live stream, DJ Eddie. Well, hold on.
Yes.
Let me mute you real quick. I'm sorry because there's a lot of noise in the background on your end. But I was just gonna say welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining in. Actually, he'll be back. Actually, you kind of came right on time because we were just discussing the first question, and I'm just gonna give my quick statement, and then I'm gonna allow you to say whatever that you need to say. But the question was, what were your first thoughts when you found out Bill Cosby was out of prison? Basically, if his conviction was overturned. And I was going to say my quick thoughts that you know, I really take like, rape, seriously, like when it comes to like, children, women, or just anybody, you know. So the fact that like, okay, when you say certain things to defame a person's character, that's a serious, serious thing. And you're ruining the reputation of one person's lives and their families and their livelihood, even if they do get out of prison, But that's all I wanted to say at this point. But DJ, you have anything you want to say for the first question?
Give me a few minutes. I want to fix my mic. If it's a lot of strange background, let me fix it.
Oh, okay, no problem then. Okay. All right, let's go with who would like to go next? First Lady Tammy or Chris?
Chris, you can go first if you want to.
Yeah, don't be shy.
I was actually pretty shocked when I heard about him getting released. That was the question, right? How he felt when he got released from prison.
Say that again.
The question was how do we feel when he got released from prison, right? Not the initial conviction.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I was really shocked. One thing that is kind of hard for me to say because I do feel kind of torn. Like I'm having this like internal battle because I have sympathy for the potential victims, but then at the same time, I do believe that it's important to maintain our innocent and self-proven guilty that we have in this country. So if there was no basis to prove him guilty, I think the right thing to do was to set him free. There was no reason to let someone who you had no evidence to keep him there. I think that was the right thing to do, despite how it makes me feel. I think that if we're trying to maintain this this system and keep the justice, it doesn't really seem fair, but a guilty until proven innocent system can definitely be detrimental to our communities. And so initially I was shocked, but then when I looked into everything, they were saying that there was no evidence to keep him there. I thought that was the right thing to do. So I guess there was maybe some relief as well.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I kind of feel that if you don't really, well, it's one thing like if it's the obvious and you have some sort of evidence, and then the person like gets acquitted, but I know his release was based off a technicality because allegedly his paperwork, the evidence was tampered. They didn't really have like anything that they could really like say that he really did it. And some will also say that the victims that came to testify was being paid to pretty much testify against him. But that's all I want to say about that.
Let me respond to the comment.
Before you respond, is it working or?
Yes.
You good? You perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm responding to the comment that Kashim made. Yes, it was technicality, but the things that he shared, or that he basically admitted to, they didn't ask him the full description of what was done. They just said, "Oh, did you give them Quaaludes, or did you give them certain things?" He said yes. So even though he admitted to giving them the Quaaludes, they didn't ask after that whether he took advantage of them or not. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Cuomo, Governor Cuomo, his name is spelled with a C, not a K. And on top of that, you know what I'm saying, his situation is way different than Cosby. Way different. You know what I'm saying? For Cuomo in hot water right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he's gonna make it out of this. So
Wow. Luann, thank you for joining the show.
Yes,
What's up,
sorry,
Luann?
y'all. My phone had died.
Luann.
No problem. It's all good. Shout out to Luann for joining in.
Yeah. We missed you for a
Luann,
little while. You was gone for
Yeah.
a minute, you know what I mean?
Sorry.
it's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. Ew.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got a poem for y'all tonight.
Woo!
Woo!
The smoke. Let's go.
She
Let's
got that
go.
smoke tonight.
Yes.
Okay, let's get it.
Let's get it. No more dodging the smoke. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna have a double poem then. All right.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, let's
wanna
get to the question.
yeah, I want to get to DJ Eddie real quick because
Okay.
I want to get your opinion. What were your first thoughts after DJ Eddie? I'm gonna go to Tammy, and then I'm gonna go to Luann.
Well, my first thought, was of course, I felt that was false, for the simple fact that Bill Cosby is an icon, especially to the black community, and he's been doing the show. I think he started the show in the '80s, maybe 1984 or
88.
maybe '88. Okay, there we go. Thank you for correcting. '88, and everybody was tuned in. Everybody across the world was tuned in. But when these accusations came out, it didn't really come out till Bill Cosby was on live broadcast. He said he was going to buy NBC. I didn't even know he had that type of money like that. He basically right next to Oprah Winfrey. Not saying he got more money than her, but he right next to her when it comes to millions. I didn't know he had that type of money. So all of a sudden, maybe like a week later or two, he's been accused by. It started with one woman. And next thing you know, we got about 30, 32 women that's coming forward saying the same thing. And I definitely don't believe that he took advantage of these women. Bill Cosby, first of all, he got too much money for that. He's a smart man. And I don't think a lot of people, well, besides Oprah Winfrey, will even thought about buying a TV channel. He's very, very smart individual. I definitely don't believe that he took advantage. You got one female saying she never been to his house, then she switched it up and said I've been to his house one time. It's just she was double talking. You got a lot of females that double talk. The case took so long because of these lies. And then you got tampering with all kind of stuff with evidence and all type of stuff. I knew right off the back from the beginning that I knew he wasn't guilty. So shout out to Bill Cosby, and I'm happy that he's home. Hopefully they leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him do him. Buy that. Hopefully he got enough money to buy the NBC. Hopefully. But I'm gonna go ahead.
Wait, hold on, Luann. I'll get this.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass this to Luann. I'm done.
Wait, actually, hold on. I did say Tammy was next though. Unless Tammy, do you mind if Luann goes before you? It's up to you. I did call y'all first.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Luann.
Oh, okay. Just to comment on Eddie with the NBC, I do believe that he just came out like 2 weeks ago or a week ago to say that he was going to retry to buy NBC. So we're going to see that because not only did Bill Cosby say that he was going to turn around and buy it, Nick Cannon also said that he was going to buy it. Right. Because of this whole thing that they're putting in Bill Cosby. Now, I do want to say that I had been really watching the whole Bill Cosby trial. And from the first one, I didn't believe it. I was very agitated that they would put this 80-year-old man or 84-year-old man in prison who's blind and handicapped over something that was done like in the 60s. Like not just Bill Cosby used to do these things where they would party and stuff like that. These women were like the groupies now. They are, when you're going to this famous person's house, when you know what kind of party you're going to. That's just like going to an orgy party, not thinking that you're getting ready to have sex. Like it's crazy. And so, when it came out, remember it was a famous person. It was a famous model. I forgot her, Beverly Johnson, the first supermodel. She came out at first to say Bill Cosby did it, and then recanted as well as Dickinson. Now we all know that Dickinson is a big drug user. So when they came out and recanted their story, They just wanted to get this black man, to me, in prison because of the narrative. Oh, here's 30 other old fat white women saying that he did it. Why can't I be another person who say that he did it? It was very disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
This man, I don't care. I still watch Bill Cosby. I still watch the Huxtables on Comedy Central. I was still trying to support this because this man, I don't believe that he did it. Now, I think somebody was saying something about government, Governor
Como? Was that the name?
Como.
Yeah, Como.
Government Como. It's just like him, like somebody just said. These are old perverted men. I don't really think they're trying to go out there and roofie women and touch them inappropriately. Government Como is just a perv. He's just an old white perv man. I don't really believe that he intended to hurt someone purposely. Now, I don't know the whole story because I haven't been really watching him, but just from some of the stuff that I have seen, I don't really personally think that he's out here trying to roofie women and rape them. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, as you see the two differences, Bill Cosby went to prison. Como hasn't even gotten arrested.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You guys probably educate me about the Como guy.
I just think it was out of pocket for them to even take his star from underneath the concrete down in Hollywood.
And I see that somebody saying that Cosby admitted, I gave them roofies, but I didn't know that was going to be, they knew they were giving it. They know they were getting it. They were getting it. You know what I'm saying? These women knew what kind of party they were going to, no matter what, if he was giving it to them or not. You know what kind of party he was going. You know you finna do some type of ecstasy or whatever. You already know.
Right.
So I'm not saying that it's right that a woman gets taken advantage of no circumstance. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you already know what kind of party you're going to, you can't expect when you go to the party and they have that. Oh, now you want to cry wolf? Like it's not.
Word. Right.
But you know what? It's all good because he's about to sue.
Oh, he's about to
the pants off these prosecutors.
And
a week
before Bill Cosby got out, y'all start to see that his shows started to come back on regular TV. All his shows.
Right back
good.
Oh yeah.
Right back on the job.
Right back on the job.
They need to put that star back too inside the concrete. They need to put it back.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they need to do.
Yeah. Real quick, right before I get to First Lady Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Can somebody kind of educate me on Como?
No problem.
Please.
Being in New York, I am. I got you, baby. So Cuomo, man, he just been humping around like Bobby Brown, but in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
He just acting a fool out here, man. And you know what I'm saying? They exposed him. He been touching people inappropriately and all that, and he got exposed. You know what I'm saying? But see, he got the complexion for the protection for the collection. So they dragging their feet. Just like they've been dragging their feet with the film director, the other white homeboy,
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he's dragging their feet about that too. Dragging.
No, he's in jail though. He's in prison though.
Yeah, but they still been dragging their feet though. They ain't treat him like they did Cosby. They didn't treat him like they did Cosby, not at all.
Right? No, they didn't.
Dragging their feet about him too. All of them, they've been dragging their feet about him. But Cosby, immediately. You throw him in jail immediately. He's in prison immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Cosby and R. Kelly. I don't care what nobody.
He wasn't even found guilty, and they still took the star away from him.
Yep.
They banned him from a lot of places. That's wrong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that messed up?
And in our culture, we're so bad because we like to counsel each other just off the word of someone else instead of just doing the research for ourselves. It's just really, really crazy. Just like we're counseling R. Kelly, I still listen to him. I don't care what nobody say. And I just think it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting how this culture now is. It's just like counsel everybody, everyone. I don't want to talk to this person.
Okay.
Yep.
First Lady Tammy, thank you for being patient to wait. I know you have a lot to say.
I'm trying to practice not interrupting because I know I tend to do that. So I want to make sure that I allow people to say everything they want to say.
So I was like writing down notes so I wouldn't forget some stuff. So, I am going to play devil's advocate. Okay. So first thing I will say, so I did like look up some things, and it was the fact that I guess the first trial that he had, they had promised him that he would not get any jail time. And then the second trial he had, he ended up getting jail time. So that was the technicality that why it was overturned,
Right.
because he wasn't supposed to have jail time anyway. And they promised him that so that he could, I think, like testify or something in some other trial or something. So that's why they gave him that. So because that he ended up getting jail time he wasn't supposed to, that's why it was overturned. So what I will say is, there was just a couple things I just wanted to say. So first of all, I will say, so I know Luann made a note, that it happened like so long ago. And, the thing about it is, I know if it were me and something happened, whatever, many years ago, I would still want the person to be held accountable for what they did, if they did something. I would say that. So whether it's 10, 20 years ago, I still want you to be held accountable. So yeah, it was a long time ago. So, and whoever, if, he did, allegedly, whoever it is, that she should be held accountable. That's what I will say about that. The other thing I will say is, yeah, it's true that, they knew what they were doing, where they were going, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't make it okay for somebody to put something in somebody's drink, even if these girls know what's going to happen when they get there. So that's the thing, is I feel like there needs to be accountability on both sides.
Right.
Like, stuff shouldn't be putting in drinks, but also you do have to, be mature enough, which at certain ages, people are not mature, no matter, like people 40 and older still ain't mature, some people, that, if you know where you're going to go, and you have an idea about what's going to happen there, you need to make a smarter choice and not choose to do that. But making that choice means that you understand that by going here, there are certain things that may happen. So it's almost like you give consent without actually saying that you give consent, because you're aware that this is a celebrity. And that's the thing, is that some people are so blinded by that celebrity life, and oh my God, I want to go with this person, and I want to be in the hotel, all these different kind of things, that you don't even care. Like, and if they knew that they was getting a roofie drink, they might have been like, well, I want to go. So this is what it takes for me to get there, to be there with Bill Cosby. I'm going to take this drink, even if they know that something is in there. So, I will say I don't necessarily agree with with what Eddie King said about as far as like the money, because I think that money is not something that can deter somebody from doing whatever they want. I feel like when you have more money, some people tend to think that they're invincible because they have all kinds of money. So it's like, I got all this kind of money. So I think it just kind of depends. And the other thing I wanted to say is that the reality is that, people are going to have different opinions. Some people think he's innocent. Some people think he's guilty. And the reality is that we don't even know what happened. We're just going off of what this lady said way, decades later about what happened. So that's the thing, is that where everybody's making a judgment about whether he's innocent or guilty without nobody really knowing the full story. So the thing is, I think that because when we love, like Bill Cosby, everybody loves Bill Cosby. He had the Cosby Show and all these other things. So we've grown to love and adore him. So in our mind, we think like he couldn't do anything like this because of what we know about him. But the thing is that everybody got secrets. Everybody got secrets. And there's secrets that we don't want everybody to know about. So that's the thing, is like, we don't know if he really did these things purposely and violated these women. We don't know if he really did that. It's a possibility that he did. And I mean, he, from what I read, like, he hasn't openly admitted doing anything. But that's the thing, is that just because he didn't admit to it doesn't mean he didn't do it. And then on the other side of it, you have these women that accuse him of doing that. And that's the thing with them. We don't know if he really did anything to them. What we do know is that these women took it upon themselves to say he did ABC, and with that, they defamed his character, defamed him, everything about him, and it was detrimental to him. And so we don't know if A, it really did happen, and they really wanted to hold him accountable, or B, it really didn't happen, but this is a Black man who's been successful, done a whole lot of, he's an important person in the Black community. It's like, I need to tear him down. So for me, as far as the question is, about it being overturned, my first thoughts, I didn't really know what to think, because I don't really know what's true. And I don't want, I would hate if I was like, yeah, he's definitely innocent, I'm so glad. And then I find out something comes out where we find like, oh shit, he really did that shit. And I'm sitting here rooting for this person that did this shit. So that's the thing, is like, I've just gotten to a point where I don't have an opinion of good or bad about something like that, just because I don't know all the facts, and I don't think we'll ever know all the facts about what happened. Even like with R. Kelly, like we could say the same thing, like, these parents, they knew who R. Kelly was. You put your kids over there, put them in that position, and R. Kelly, he's a man, he did certain things. It's like we could say that he didn't do what he did. I can't believe that. But that's the thing, is that's the thing with these kind of stories, that we don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying. We're only going off of what we hear. And so we're going to take the side of the person that we believe to be innocent. But there's been times where there were these people that were, swore up and down they were innocent, and they end up being guilty. There's people that did not admit to something because they knew they was innocent, and they turned out to be innocent. So I didn't really have a feeling either way, because I don't know. Because I know if I would have been violated, which has happened in the past, or I knew I had a close friend that was violated, I definitely want that person to be held accountable. Absolutely, for sure. But that's the thing is, I don't get into, I'm not finna go into no celebrities, maybe I just ain't got the money to be paying for them backstage passes to get that close. But that's the thing is, I don't know. And I want to believe that he's innocent, but that's the thing, is that I don't know. And I feel like you can't put nothing past nobody. That's why you have where people do things to you, and you trying to sit in your mind like, what? How the hell did I not see that this person would do some shit like what the hell was going on that I missed that? And that's like, you can't put nothing past nobody. And so that's the thing, is like, yeah.
Listen.
So that's what I'm gonna say about that.
I hear you.
I would like to.
I hear Tim, but
hold on. Give me 1 second.
I would like to reply to that, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. She walked away. Well, I'm gonna just share what I gotta share. Look, man. Look, Bill ain't do it. All right. Bill ain't do it. All right. Listen. You know what I mean? Bill wasn't an ugly McFugly type of dude, man. Bill Cosby was a sexy man. You know what I'm saying? In his youth. You know what I mean? He ain't have to steal nothing from nobody. He ain't got to do none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't have to do none of that stuff that they saying that he did. You know what I mean? But I think what happened was that, they wanted to take advantage of him. They knew that he doesn't have all his senses. He doesn't have all his functions. So they're trying to take advantage of this man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like they try to take advantage of God rest his soul, Kobe. They're trying to take advantage of with Kells, I don't really know about that one. You know what I mean? Because just the videos and all that, he kind of looking a little sketchy. You know what I mean? They try to do the same thing to Michael. You know what I'm saying? They always try to take us down because they, you know what I mean? They just jealous. You know what I'm saying? They're just jealous. They jealous of the light. They jealous of the glow. Baby, we got the glow. They jealous. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it is. But yeah, DJ Eddie, go on and rock out, brother. Do your thing.
Can I?
Luann, what did you want to say something before?
I was just gonna say to this rebuttal of what Miss First Lady Tammy said. My thing, Tammy, is that they not that it took so long. It's just that when you wait about 20 to 30 years and say, oh yeah, your memory just happens to pop back up that this man 30 to 40 years ago has roofied you. 30 to 40 years? Come on. You know you had on fishnets dancing in the club.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you was going to go back to this man's house. Like 30 to 40 years? Are you kidding me? And now all of a sudden you want to say somebody raped you? or not. They didn't say rape. They just said fondled or drugged them. Are you serious?
Drugged.
Drugged? He drugged you and then what? He drugged you and what? Okay, you was in his house coat. You don't remember nothing after that. So this man spent the last 3 years of prison just because drugging you? You shouldn't have drunk the drink. I know.
I got something to say after DJ Eddie came.
So, like, if you've heard rumors about this man, as the lady who looked like a man herself, yeah, I know. What? Are you serious? That's what I said when I first seen. I said he did that to her. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that a woman that looked like her can't be mistreated, but damn, did you look at her?
Word.
And you think I'm gonna do something to you 20 to 30 years? You ain't gonna say nothing. I'm coming after you, bruh. You do something to me, I'm telling the same day.
Yep.
Okay. If I can repeat, if I can remember remember what happened, I'm getting your ass. It's not me waiting 20 to 30 years because you famous.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get that paper now that I know that you are famous. I'm gonna get it early. I ain't gonna wait 20, 30 years.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
All right, DJ Eddie. Excuse me. All right, DJ Eddie. All right, you go next, and then I got to welcome Queen too.
Okay, well, I disagree with what Tammy was saying. I think she said something about it's not necessarily about money. Is that what you said?
Yeah, she said something about she didn't agree with what she said about the finance part. I missed it.
First of all,
money.
you know, if that was the case, these women would be jumping all over MC Hammer. You know, he's broke. You know, so that's to me that's BS. Second of all, you said we don't know. We do know. You know, you have to. They got cases like this online. You can read it yourself. And as far as putting stuff in these women's drinks, first of all, these women knew what was going on, and they was given to the okay. They already had tried all the stuff that whatever Bill Cosby had. I'm not even gonna mention it, but they already know this. They know this already. So they decided to do that. Okay, they decided to do that. So of course we know who's lying. They're lying because you can read about it. They've been lying in these cases multiple times and laughed about it.
Right.
And laughed about it. So we know what's going on. Okay, we know what's going on when you read the documents, when you read these cases and stuff, you will find out and you will know once you look it up. You know, there has been a lot of lies. You know, these women, and the majority of these women, they know each other. You know, ain't nobody gonna hang out with a broke man. You know, come on now, that don't even make sense. You know, and Bill Cosby was he's a very smart man. But what other black man do you know besides Nick Cannon and Oprah Winfrey is gonna buy NBC? You know, a man with all this money. You know, you got Drake. Drake's not talking about buying NBC or buying a channel station. You know, he just blowing his money all over the place. Bill Cosby is a smart, intelligent man. You know, and I agree with you. You know, if a man, you know, did something wrong, like let's say R. Kelly, you can't really compare R. Kelly to Bill Cosby. That's a different case. Mm-hmm. That's totally different from Bill Cosby. You can't match that with him. You know, but I know that Bill Cosby is innocent. Okay, I know for a fact that he is innocent, 100% innocent. You know, these people, they come out just like Luann said, 30 years later. First of all, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast 30 years ago.
Right.
You know, like, okay. So, like, they seen what this man was after. They, you know, just like I didn't know Bill Cosby had money like that. If you talking about buying NBC, they looked at that and said, "Oh yeah, we finna get him." Yep. Oh yeah. You know, so that's what I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. M3, you can go ahead, you can take it from there. But I know he's innocent. Okay, he is innocent.
Thank you, DJ Eddie King. Respectfully, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I do have a question, right? But wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, guys. Before I answer my question, I just want to welcome Queen 2021. She is on the live stream.
Go on, Queen.
After I say what I need to say.
Hello.
Hey,
Queen.
After I say what I need to say, I want to get to Queen, and now I want to get to like Ebony. I'm sorry, Chris, because I want to hear their thoughts real quick. Okay, I'll get back to that in a minute. So this is why I also like ask, right? Well, what about Charlamagne? Now, see, that little rat, Rich, I should have put allegedly. So I'm saying allegedly.
Yep.
Yeah, he admitted to drugging and raping a young girl using the Spanish fly and
Uh-huh.
most people should know what the Spanish fly is.
Yeah.
But nothing happened to him. Basically, no consequences. You know, and he laughed about it. He joked about it. You know, and no consequences happened to him whatsoever. So my thing is, and this happened what, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, before
About
he
about
got
about
free.
about 12, 15 years ago.
The Mario.
Okay.
The only
Wait.
reason why nothing happened is because the girl actually recanted. So nothing actually happened because she did make a statement, and she actually recanted because he settled out of court. He paid her. He paid her because he was about to lose his show and everything. Oh yeah, he paid her.
Yeah. And you gotta remember this too.
Joe,
Charlotte,
if you ever follow Joe Button,
Yeah.
he actually talked about it. He actually
Yep.
talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you gotta remember
Sure
one
did.
thing, and three, Charlemagne is an ugly dwarf looking little short little man.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I keep telling you, look how he was a sexy man when he
Whitewash.
was young. You know what I mean? You know, Charlemagne, he ain't in the same category as a man.
Hey, and he had the gelatin walk too. Don't forget about the Jello walk.
Yeah.
Remember the
That's a whole different caliber of a man.
They
Bill
horrible.
Cosby's
They're
a
horrible
man.
on
Charlemagne a
us.
boy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
It's
they
just
talk
a dope
down. Charlemagne, the Breakfast Club, when he talks, he really talks down on black people. It's not like he's uplifting anyone.
Exactly. He sure do.
Anybody
He sure do
black,
talk
he talks down on them. Like, it's just
Yeah.
horrible. I can't watch him. His ugly self. I bet his breath stank.
I mean, Cosby. So, okay. Hold up. I gotta get to Queen, right? Because I want to boomerang to Chris after Queen. Queen 2021. How are you today?
Yes.
All right. So we're talking about Bill Cosby because he got acquitted. Oh, wait, no. What's the number 2 question? And so we start off with this one, and now so we're at do you originally think that Bill Cosby is innocent? Why or why not?
I wouldn't say that I thought he was innocent, but I also want to say I didn't think he was guilty. I had mixed feelings because, despite women wanting money or trying to be shady, we see this all the time when it comes to celebrities. I think sometimes, it's a very touchy and very intense subject about being drugged and raped. Um, I think um, I think sometimes people with egos and money, when they are denied or told, "Oh, no, I'm not interested," it can go to their head, and they do have access to things that the average person doesn't have access to. So I want to say I don't know because I wasn't really following the case. I don't like how they dragged him. I don't like how they totally ripped him of everything and took the show off when we know there are other people out there in the industry who are raped women and they're still floating out. They're not behind bars. So it's a very touchy subject. So I don't know. I'm in between. I do feel like, you know, money and power, when you're not used to it, can lead you to do some really disgusting and disturbing things to others. And it can make you become very arrogant, like you're untouchable. Um, I don't like how, you know, um, they immediately with these women recanting stuff and saying, "Oh, oh, that's not true," or blah blah blah. Just like the Michael Jackson situation. Um, but I do believe that there were things that happened, and I do believe that he may have done some things, and you know, but I don't think it was to the extent of what's happened.
Right.
I feel like they just threw him under the bus, and he was just letting all the cars run right over him. They didn't care, and yeah. So, but it doesn't help because he's joking about it. So there could be some validity to it, But, once you lose credibility, it's almost like the whole situation is tainted. So what if he did it to 2 women instead of 20 women? Because of those 20 women, those 2 women are tainted. And I don't think that that's okay. I don't think you should ever lie about anything like that, because
Right.
it's a very devastating thing, and money plays a strong role on a lot of people, and people start acting crazy because of money. It's the root of all evil. We all know this. So yeah, I don't know what I felt. I felt like the R. Kelly situation, it took long for him to be behind bars and stay behind bars, even though there was allegedly some severe, strong evidence. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. I just believe that one day the truth will come out, and if he did it, he's got to live with that, unfortunately. So that's what I.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well, the story's online though. Everybody can look at it. If
Yeah.
they want to know, you could get online and look at it.
It doesn't matter what we
Everybody,
know. It
no,
doesn't
I'm
matter
saying
what we
everybody in
Yeah.
know.
general.
It
Yes, it
doesn't
does matter.
matter.
Yes, it
No,
Okay.
does.
We'll go.
because you
Yeah.
weren't there. You weren't there, so you can't
Listen.
tell
I can
someone.
read the cases though. I
So
can read the
it's all
cases, and
everything you read online is true. Everything you read online is credible.
all the
Everything
cases,
is
all the information
Yeah.
is through court systems.
Hold on,
So
guys. We gotta say this for the
it's all
next
through the
question.
court
But
system.
yeah, but I gotta get to Chris though. Thank you, guys. Okay, Chris, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
And I'm answering the question on whether or not Bill Cosby is innocent, or am I answering about Charlemagne? So I heard a little bit.
Well, let me get your thoughts about it, because, like, we did ask, like, okay, what do you think about Bill Cosby being innocent? Excuse me about that. What do you think about Bill Cosby being innocent? And then I also mentioned, which I got this highlighted. I also mentioned, what about, like, Charlemagne? He admitted to drugging and raping a young girl, but nothing happened to him. But Luann kind of broke it down. So in other words, she kind of answered that question. But if you have any other thoughts about that, I was going to also add on to O.J. Simpson, because before
The juice.
Mhm.
Huh?
I was going to add, hold on, y'all. So before Bill Cosby got let go, O.J. Simpson in his Twitter feed told Bill Cosby that, hey man, why don't you just take a plea deal, because it's going to get worse if you're found guilty. And so, but Bill Cosby still refused to take a plea deal. But it was OJ's mindset to try to say, well, if I was you in that situation and I didn't do it, I would just say I didn't do it just so I could have serve like a lesser sentence because of my age or whatever. So, but Bill Cosby didn't take that advice, luckily for him. And pretty much within that same week, he was let go.
Hey, you can actually buy this stuff. You can pay for you can read it, or you can pay for the audio clips, because Bill Cosby is talking just like these women is talking, and you can pay for it if people don't believe that reading it. Just saying in general, you can pay for it. You can pay for the audio clip and everything. I
Okay.
just wanted to throw that in there.
All right. Thank you, DJ. Okay, Chris.
And OJ didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, OJ didn't do it.
Yeah. Anyways.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah. So, Chris, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, so I feel like Bill Cosby could have done it. There were just a few things that I heard about, some people they didn't come forward, but they went to their friends, other cast members, and said a few things, kind of saying that something had happened behind the scenes with Bill Cosby. I don't necessarily like to say that I think, or that I feel like he's innocent, because there's really no basis, to prove that. It's just how I feel. Do I think that he's innocent? I do question how things happen, because it did seem very coincidental that when he did try to kind of grow his brand, that he kind of got shut down like this, and it did happen extremely quickly. And you know, there were so many inconsistencies and gaps that it was really hard for me to believe that it was true, you know, that he was guilty of it. Even though I felt like, you know, I didn't necessarily believe many of the women that came forward. I did feel like things weren't quite lining up.
Okay,
I did think that maybe he did this to other women or whatever it may be who didn't maybe come forward. But as far as like how everything happened, it did make me a little bit hesitant to just immediately think that he was innocent or not innocent. There were so many moving pieces.
Right. One thing that you had brought up, right, because about the NBC part, because I know that he been trying to attempt to buy NBC twice. The first attempt when he tried to buy NBC, and this was in the early 90s, his son, I'm gonna have to say allegedly, but like his son got shot and killed.
Right.
And people in theory, I'll just say like this, believe that tied into NBC because Bill had a lot allegedly had a lot of death threats. Nobody didn't want him to buy, you know, the network. And maybe that was the part that really got me suspicious. And then the second time he tried to go for it again, thinking it was all good. Next thing you know, all these different women come out of nowhere, and start saying that, oh, he did this and he did that. Now, mind you, he did admit that he gave him the roofie, but that's not the case. The case is that, okay, did he do something to those women, you know, unlawfully after they got drugged? And you have to understand, when you go into these parties, you already know what to expect for most of them. You know, most of them probably want to get turned up anyway. Exactly. It's not like it's not like any person is just saying, hey, I want you to like drug me and rape me like that. You know, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to ones who are victims, but I'm just saying, like, in a good light of things, sometimes, you know, both parties, he can drug himself, he's drugging himself up, she's drugging herself up. You know, they're having wild casual sex. Now, you know, for a married guy, I mean, he shouldn't be doing that, you know, cheating on his wife or whatever. But that's just what it was. I'm not gonna say whether it's true or not, but it's just that we never know, you know, behind the scenes. But you have to kind of look at these factors that anytime when a successful black man is trying to accomplish and trying to do something, your own people is going to tear you down, and then the other side of people are going to tear you down.
And that's the problem, M3. The problem is this: we as black people, we gotta ride, man. We gotta start riding for each other. You know what I mean? You know, stop being suckers and start being riders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? They could see us. Let me tell you something. They own race could see the police kill us right in the street. Guess what? They ain't gonna say nothing. They gonna ride with them.
Right.
But we the only ones that don't know how to ride. We the only ones that know how to ride. Right. And we wonder why we ain't getting no justice in this crooked system. We gotta ride. You know what I'm saying? The evidence is all there. They killed the man's son. You know what I mean? They got him in prison for life. You know what I mean? Look what they did to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson basically owned Sony. Basically owned them. And they killed them. Prince owned his music rights. They killed them. The evidence is there, man. Be riders, man. Ride. Be riders and shut up. Ride.
And Bill Cosby knew from there, he knew what he was getting himself into. That's why he still wanted to buy NBC. He knew all this stuff was coming, you know. But once again, let me tell you this though: these females that came forward and say he did that. But guess what? They asked the women, did Bill Cosby give you such and such? Yes. Did you knew that he did? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. They said yes. So there is no, well, Bill Cosby did it behind my back. He didn't pull a Charlemagne. Okay? They've been doing this for quite some time. Okay? Which they said. All right? And people can look this up once again. There is no ifs, there is no buts. You can read it and you can listen to the audio clip. You just gotta buy it. You just gotta buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's not playing no what ifs. Okay? Let's look up information the right way. Okay.
Okay. First Lady Tammy, go ahead.
So I just want to say one thing real quick. I do feel like celebrities need to hold themselves accountable when they do something that's not okay. So putting a roofie in somebody's drink is not okay. And you need to accept consequences for doing something that's not okay.
Whose fault is that, though?
Wait. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Let us speak.
So the thing about it is that celebrity chose to put whatever in that drink. And I'm not just talking about Cosby. I'm talking about any celebrity that does some shit like that. You chose to do that. So the thing about it is, don't put yourself in a position for somebody to accuse you of something that you say you didn't do. Because had he not put a roofie in a drink, there wouldn't be, and there's a possibility somebody might have still found something to say. But if he hadn't put a roofie in a drink, there would have been nothing for him to admit or anything like that. So my thing, I feel like celebrities need to make sure that they are more careful in what they do and don't do things that's going to put you in a position that's going to cause a whole lot of negativity to come your way and take away things that you've earned and you've worked for. Because reality is that he put himself in a certain position. Certain celebrities, they put themselves in certain positions that open the door for certain things to happen. So I think what needs to happen is take responsibility and accept consequences for something that you did do, not what you didn't do, but what you did do. So if you put something in somebody's drink, there should be a consequence for that, if that's what you did. If you didn't violate nobody, then you shouldn't get punished for that. But it's not okay to put a roofie in somebody's drink. It's not okay for somebody to take it. That's things like the people that took it, you knew that's what you were taking. You need to take accountability for that. That you put yourself in a position for something to happen. But once again, when you are a celebrity, when you got money, you should already know that there's going to be some people that's going to try to come and get you, try to say something because of the fact that you got money, especially if you are a black man. As a black man, you should already know that somebody's going to be trying to get what you got and don't want you to have what you have and don't want you to get far. So that's the thing, is that I feel like, especially, black men, like, don't do things that are going to jeopardize what you have. Don't put yourself in a certain position. Don't do things that I feel like you need to have that mindset. Like, don't do certain things that can cause somebody to have something to say to you. So putting yourself in a certain position, you have to take accountability for that.
I do. Okay, now I do agree, because you're speaking things like in general, and and so let me break it down to you guys real quick, like for the people in the chat, right? Like, okay, don't, especially when you have a high status or whatever, or just people, period. You want to make sure you protect your energy, because remember, you have a lot of trolls like Master Duck, and you have other people, right, that comes along and will try to bring you down. You know, you gotta be very smart. You gotta be very careful with the people you surround yourself with, and the women that that you're digging their guts out. So you gotta be careful with what you do with anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I just want to say that part. And Master Doug, hey, just to let you know, this is a serious conversation. So I know you have a thing for Tammy, but hey, kind of tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, we will boot your ass.
I got it. All right.
Wait, who is Master?
Wait, no, don't worry about it.
Wait,
hold on. DJ.
Listen. First of all, if I was Bill Cosby, first of all, this is my house.
Mm-hmm.
If they want something they drink, that's what it's gonna be, because they wanted it. And there's been a lot of times that it came up and didn't even ask Bill Cosby to put that same roofie, like people were saying, allegedly. They came over and didn't even ask Bill Cosby to put it in. They put it in their own drink. They did that to themselves. So why should he suffer the consequences? They did that. So that's not his fault. He don't deserve no consequences. The man came a long way. Okay, he was there to party, just like a lot of us. We was going out parties back in those days. We was partying, doing the same thing. Okay, so let's not point the fingers at Bill Cosby to where like he's just an animal, like somebody like R. Kelly. And first of all, that's a different. People keep trying to compare that story to Bill Cosby. That's a different case. Okay, that's a different case. But Bill Cosby don't need to serve no consequences. There shouldn't be no consequences with Bill Cosby. Okay, that's a grown man dealing with grown women who made their own choices to do so. Okay, and a lot of these women, the majority of them, mad because they ain't got no money, and he wasn't dealing with them like that. Okay, and that's really what it's all about. People say it's not about it. It is about money. That's what they wanted. That's why they was there too, also, and to have fun. They wanted everything, want all that. Okay, especially dealing with somebody like Bill Cosby, they want all that. They want the money, they want the cars, they want the trains, they want all that. If they don't get it, this was going down.
Yep.
Also, you giving this, you know how females, the majority, let me say that, majority of women, you know how they feel when another woman that's getting more than the second woman. You know what I'm saying? They you know how emotional they get. So that definitely played the part too. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to
pass it to Luann, because I know she looked like she got so much more.
Luann, go and pass it. I said majority.
Yeah, I'm glad you corrected that, sir. Because you was gonna get your head chewed all the way off. But no. I just have the same thing. I just feel the same way. I don't really think that Bill Cosby actually deserved the sentence that he got. And I do believe that it was just a tactic for him to derail him for doing something that he wanted to do. I think that he was trying to create something for Black people by buying this station. That was something that he wanted to do. It's the same thing with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has certain rights to TBS. I think it's TBS, if I'm not mistaken. That some of his shows are on. He has certain rights. This man has that he has even with BET. When you see some of his shows on there, he has certain percentage of how much he owns of BET, of how much he owns with his other shows that are on different networks. And so I think that's a smart thing. But he did it in a way where, it wasn't where he had Oprah and all of them to help him. As far as Bill Cosby, it was just, I think he just kind of did it on his own and his own revenue. And he probably, and like Eddie said, this is not Bill Cosby's first time trying to get NBC. He's been trying to do this for some time now. And every time he does it, it's a roadblock that comes in his way. And this has happened to be one of them. I just personally just believe that the old man is innocent. Like, I just believe that he's innocent, to a certain extent. To a certain extent. Like Tammy said, yeah, he probably put some in there, in their drinks. But I do believe that these women, because some of the women said that they did know what kind of man he was. They did know what kind of party he have at his house. So if you already know these kind of things, then why would you put yourself in that position? Like one of the girls, I think she said she went into his house because she wanted to know about how to get into the movies. How she could do scenes and stuff. So now you are trying to talk to this man about how to become an actress, and and we know some women, they will do extra to try to get a role.
Yes.
Not to say that this is what not to say that any of these women were trying to do that. I'm just saying that even just one of the young women, allegedly one of the women has even said this herself. So when you watch these interviews and you hear them, you got to kind of decipher what they're trying to say or what really happened. And it's just like Tammy said, or Eddie said, we'll never really know the whole detail of what actually happened. Just Bill Cosby and that man looking lady. You only know what the truth is between them two. They're the only ones who will know the truth, not us. We're just spectators from behind the scenes.
Okay. I was going to ask like a question, but you know what? I do have to jump to the number 4 question because I think this will just be better. But and this will
the word "if" was in there by mistake.
What?
Yeah, the word "if" in the question I put in there by mistake.
Oh, do you feel that
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Of course. Of course. Come on now. A black man trying to buy a whole network station. Of course race has something to do with it. They never want black people to try to come up and succeed. Once we try to come together and succeed, they always try to figure a way out. If it's not us our own, the other side will try to find a way to just break us up. It's just that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Let me get your thoughts.
It's hard to say. I feel like we see this in other areas as well. Like they did it to presidents, they've done it to other celebrities, where they accused of things and end up not being true. I think there's a possibility, but I think it has more to do with just general power. It could have been he wanted to change some things about NBC. He wanted to change the platform for what it was. He wanted to change the type of media they were putting out. It could have been anything. So, do I think it could have played a role, his race, trying to enter into like a predominantly, I think, white/Jewish industry? Yes, that's possibly. But do I think it had more to do with, power? They want him changing things, that they want such a well-known person who may not have had their same beliefs running such a large platform.
Right.
And so I think it probably could have more to do with whatever his plans were for NBC, which we don't know about. I think that could have had a pretty major role into if this all was, kind of a setup.
Okay, I think that makes sense. It is like a power struggle when it comes to America, and I'm just gonna just leave it like that. Mr. Hall, go ahead, Mr. Hoffman.
To all these black, to all the black people that's like, oh yeah, Bill Cosby wasn't down with us. You know what I mean? He wasn't representing us. Listen, yes, he was. Okay, listen. We all like to talk, as they say in the South, we all like to talk noise, you know what I'm saying? We all like to speak slang. We all like to say certain things, a certain way as black people. We all love to do that. But you got to understand, when you're dealing with corporate America, you can't do that. You can't come with that energy. You got to represent yourself in a different way. You got to represent yourself in a positive and in a professional way. You can't be walking around speaking slang, your pants hanging down. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing all that if you want to succeed in corporate America, because this system is not built for us as a people. When they was making those amendments in the Constitution, they wasn't thinking about you, black man. You was picking cotton. You was a slave. You was property. They didn't have you in mind at all. They didn't even think of you. They were just thinking about how you gonna serve them and what you gonna do for them. You know what I mean? So when you approach a system that's not built for you, you have to act accordingly. You can't just do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a frame of mind to be prepared in order to handle that system. If you're not prepared to handle that system, guess what? You're going to fail. It's like if you take a test. If you don't study for the test, you're not going to pass the test. You're not going to pass it. So Bill Cosby was giving y'all tools to pass the test. He knows it's hard out here. He went through segregation. He went through not being able to get in the clubs because he was black and all that stuff when he came up. He came up in the 50s and 60s. Of course he went through that stuff. He know how the struggle is. So he wasn't trying to put us down. He was trying to tell us how to do things better, because he knew the system is not for us. And that's that.
Yeah. Hold on, Tim. Before I get to you, I want to welcome Mr. BK, apologist.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. How you doing?
What's good?
Yeah.
Homie.
The title of this live stream is "Has Justice Been Served Righteously?" And right now we're on the topic of Bill Cosby before we even get to the other celebrity. But we're at the number 4 question. Do you feel that race played a role? So, do you feel race played a role in the choice to make accusations?
In a general sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. However you look at it.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, we live in a world that's based on white supremacy. Now, when I say white supremacy, I'm not saying white people, right? White supremacy is its own construct. Not every white person subscribes to white supremacy, right? What I mean by white supremacy is, instead of looking at people as fellow images of God, you look at them as crayon colors, right? So instead of you being, made in the image of God, you're now a quote unquote black person, or you're a quote unquote white person. Nobody's really black. No one's the color of your t-shirt, M3, right? Nobody is white like the color of the walls behind you. right?
Mm-hmm.
But we use these crayon colors now because it's easy to deal with things than with people. So if we exchange our worth, our intrinsic value for a crayon color, well, we use crayons, right? So we're using people. But then the other part of it is we're all crayons in this box, but the white crayon is the best, right? That's white supremacy. It steals us from our intrinsic value and makes us focus on something that makes no sense whatsoever, because race is a construct. It's not science. It's not biology, even though they tried the best to, to do so, but that's all been debunked. You know what I mean? So the world does revolve around this understanding that we're not humans, we're colors. And as long as people adhere to that, we're going to be where we're at, and we're going to see these kind of accusations because it's based on an ideology that's not based on anything real. Like we've all just brought into it. It's a whole lie. It's a fabrication. It's a construct. You know what I mean? So absolutely, white supremacy does play a part in accusations because white supremacy is the thing that created race in the first place. So.
Okay.
That's good, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Chris, like, what you think of BK's statement?
I can agree with it, certain points. But from the foundation, I don't really subscribe to the idea of white supremacy for many reasons. Partially, I just it's more so like a personal. I just don't want to view the world as it being stacked against me, and I understand there are times where it is, but I go by. I believe there was things at Washington where they asked him, "How do you stop racism?" And he said, "Well, you stop talking about it." And so I was able to relate to that, and so I can see it. I can see where he's coming from, but I think it'll be hard to find true common ground because foundationally I don't subscribe to white supremacy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, I don't subscribe to it. I'm not in agreement to it. I'm just saying that it exists, unfortunately. I'm not making subscriptions to that. Just so I'm clear. I'm not for white supremacy. Yes. I'm just okay, cool. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess everybody understand? Okay. Tammy, you had a question that you want to say, or a statement?
No, I was going to say, I do think race plays a part as far as people. Yeah. So I do think race played a role in making accusation, and I feel like majority of the time it does. And this is why I said what I said before, is that especially as African American, we have to be more aware than white people do, because they're always looking at us to catch us doing something so that they can say something about it. Right. So this is why I'm saying is that, when you have a certain status, like when you are a celebrity, when you have money, you need to make sure you're paying even more attention to what you're doing and the choices you make, because knowing that you have money and you have a certain status, there's going to be somebody that's going to try to get in the way of that and take that away. So you have to make better choices about things you do and do not do, because know that people are going to scrutinize those choices that you made. So don't put yourself in a position for somebody to have something to say. So that's why I'm saying race will play a role in if somebody makes a choice to make an accusation against you. So make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing. Make sure you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's and not doing those things that you think I'm gonna do this and it's not that big of a deal. Because as Eddie King said, it's my house. Okay, you do that in your house, you are making an active choice to do something, but know that choice may come with a consequence that you don't like. So it's about making sure that you pay attention to the choices that you make, and don't put yourself in a position that you don't have to be in.
I think race did play a part. Unfortunately, we live in a society that was built on the backs of someone else. We're a society that is steals culture, steals land, and then kills people. Um, I think we can't say that race doesn't affect us because it does. Everyday life, it affects you from your name. Your name can either get you the job or not get you the job.
Right.
I've had Caucasian HR people say her name was too black. I don't want no ghetto hood rat in here. And the person has a PhD. It doesn't matter. It's a race thing. I've known people to leave out on a bank loan that they were black. And when they went to the bank to get the loan, the person at the bank said, "That's not you." "Yes, it is." "Oh, well, you don't qualify." "How you?" "I do qualify. I qualify because I didn't put my race on the loan documents. I don't have to put that. Give me my loan." But if I was black, if I put I was black, you wouldn't have given it to me with my same credentials. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. It's a system set up for failure. We were
Right.
brought here to work. We were never supposed to be free. Never. And they're mad at it every day. That's why you can watch videos of a white person being pulled over, speed off, and the cops will shoot at the car. But if you pull me over and my hand reaching for my wallet, you shoot me in the leg.
Right.
It's set up that way. It's set up to keep us down and to be targeted based on the color of our skin. And that's unfortunate.
Right.
So
Can I
yeah,
ask a
so I
question?
do
Oh,
think
sorry,
that
Queen.
Bill Cosby was dragged because of what he looked like and what he had.
All right. Thank you for sharing, Queen. Let me ask you guys this number 5 question, and this is about like Cosby shows. Excuse me. Do you agree with taking Bill Cosby's syndicated show? Do you believe with taking Bill Cosby's syndicated shows being taken off the air? Why or why not?
Nope. It didn't make
Okay.
no. It doesn't make. It doesn't make any. It doesn't.
No.
Because you have directors. Look, if you're going to penalize everyone in the 40s and the 60s for their sexual innuendos, then there is no Disney Channel, then there is no NBC, there is no BET, there's none of that. You will
Mm-hmm.
then have to go and do research and prosecute every last director who's had any type of sexual misconduct.
Hmm.
Not just directors, um, actors, actresses, because women do the same thing. Okay, let's talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, so if so if you're going to find fault and discredit everyone, you would then have to pinpoint everyone who's done this, and then erase everything. That to me doesn't make any sense. No one in the world has that much time. But if someone has really gotten caught raping someone, okay, yeah, lock them up and throw away the key. But you do not have a solid foundation that Bill Cosby has actually raped these women, done any type of sexual innuendos to these women. Yes, I put some Visine in your water in your drink, and you was drunk. I can't say that that's appropriate, because he did admit it. I don't think it's appropriate, but it happened again 40 to 50 years ago. You didn't say anything. You let it go.
Hmm.
You know what kind of party it was. And
Hmm.
so my opinion, okay, I have to say this. My opinion is you just got to let it go. You know what I'm saying? You just got. I mean, if it has destroyed you mentally and you can't sleep for over these years and you've had to get medication and you really had to take yourself to therapy, you have to work on it because this is what rape victims have to go through every day. It's just not, oh, I got raped 20 years ago. They got raped every single day. They have to live with it. That's what a rape victim live with. But these women were not raped. They were not raped. So I don't know how to have a sympathy for you partying and now you're blaming someone else for your partying. I don't know what else to say, but that's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's all.
I agree.
Forgot my
Okay.
mic was muted, but DJ Eddie, yeah, something you wanna say?
Oh no, no,
You
no.
know,
Luann actually just pointed it out. I have nothing to say on that. But let me see. No, I don't think his show need to be taken off the air at all.
Right.
No, no, no way. You know, I definitely believe that he's innocent. And to answer the question to number 4, I definitely believe race plays a big part in it. You know, but what people need to understand is this: that I'm not racist or nothing like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all not. But then we have different type of friends, different type of nationalities who are not black. We have these friends, right? But let's just say we all bring 3 white friends each to Tammy's party. You know, you watch how much of the separation you will see. We didn't ask our white friends to go talk to their white, those white folks that's sitting over there in the couple. They decided to do it on their own, and they stayed on that side. So basically, our spirits doesn't sit well with them. It doesn't. We're not the same. We're definitely not the same. Okay, this has happened multiple times at every party. There will be separations, just like prison. There's always separations. Okay, you got white folks there, you got black folks over here in the corner. We didn't tell them to go over there and stand in the corner with the rest of the white folks. They did it on their own. They decided to do it on their own. So I just wanted to point out that our spirits are not the same. Okay, it's okay to have white friends. That's cool. I'm just saying our spirits is not the same as theirs. We don't see eye to eye. There will always be competition. There will always be someone who's trying to rule over another person. Okay, that's on both sides. That's all I wanted to say on that part. I just wanted to say that part, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Mr. Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure he got something to say. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I just want to say no. They shouldn't have taken his show off the air. Listen, this whole cancel culture thing is just a bunch of crap, man. It's just dumb. I mean,
it is.
Listen, an athlete and entertainer is just that. They're an athlete and entertainer. They're not a politician. They're not an activist. They're not a civil rights leader. Okay. Now, if they jump into that arena, then okay, cool. Hold them to that standard. But they're not in that arena. They're just entertaining you, and that's it. You know what I mean? All they're doing is entertaining you for that moment, and then they're gonna go home. Just gonna go home. Stop holding them to a standard that they are not supposed to be held to. We have a dangerous obsession in Western culture with celebrities. You know what I mean? And we're not supposed to obsess over God. That's it. That's all you're supposed to obsess over, not a human being, not another person, especially not an athlete or actor, entertainer, or anything like that. They're just playing a role. They're just a source of entertainment. They're not, they can make you laugh. They can inspire you sometimes. They can make you cry or make you feel different emotions, depending on what they do. That's about it. They're not here, to socially or dramatically change your life. That's not their role. The person that you need to be looking at to do that all the time, if they want to be put in that role, is a politician or an activist or civil rights leader. That's it. Or social justice leader. Those are the people you hold to that standard. Stop holding celebrities to the standard. Stop canceling them. Stop trying to figure out who they trying to be with. Stop trying to figure out all these different things that ain't really none of your business in to begin with. Entertain you. Let them do what they have to do and let them go home. Just like you want to go home. You want to do your job and go home, right? You don't want nobody following you home and taking the camera and following every single move you do. You don't want anybody doing that to you, right? How would you like it? How would you like if the employee, the people that you serve, that you work for, now you don't serve them, you're trying to go home, follow you home. How would you feel about that? You'd be like, man, leave me alone. Like, I just served you. Like, I can't have no space. That's how celebrities feel. You know what I mean? They feel the same. They want their space. They want their personal time. They want to chill out. They want to go to the movie. They want to spend time with their family. There should be no reason why a grown man or woman can't walk into a mall or they can't walk and go to a movie because you're so crazed about this person that you're trying to run up and attack them. Or you're trying to run up and get an autograph that they may not give you. And if they don't give you an autograph, who cares? You will live. You know what I'm saying? You will survive. They're not doing anything politically or socially to change your life. And that's my take.
Okay. Um,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to get to the next celebrity. Um, and the next celebrity is pretty much Cardi B.
Mm.
Now,
I don't like
yeah, I was trying to find a video where Cardi B admitted to drugging men, but
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, I
She
couldn't
took it
find.
down. They took it down.
Yeah, they didn't take it out. They swept it underneath the rug and then they put it like in a treasure chest.
They took
So
it down.
yeah, so
She should
nobody
be
won't be
locked
able to see
up
it.
because she should be locked up and she should do as many years as Bill Cosby did.
Yeah. Wait, no, hold on. Before we get in deeper with Cardi B, so for the ones that don't really know what happened, I know this was like a long time ago, just like with Bill Cosby's case. But Cardi B, she was bragging about it. It's a difference, like you're admitting guilt versus like, oh, haha, like yeah, I did this and that, and whatever. Now, she was saying back in the day, like I guess before she was famous, I believe she was like a stripper, and what will happen is that she'll take, like a lot of like men will come to like meet her up in a hotel, and they're thinking they're gonna have like a good time, but she'll drug them. They'll pass out, go to sleep, and there'll be some dudes that will just come and then just straight rob them. Now, did they get like sexually assaulted? I don't know, but they did get violated at some
Right.
points. And their excuse, like as far as with the Cardi B fan base, and most women will say, well, those same guys, right? Shouldn't be out there cheating against their wives. Like they wouldn't be in a situation if they wasn't like going through so much infidelity. But then my question is, how would you know if they even had wives? How would you even know if they had girlfriends? But that's the first thing that came out of their mouth was that, oh, it's the guy's fault. We put ourselves in that situation because we chose to be unfaithful with the people that we're with. Without even doing fact checks, without even having any like sympathy or empathy, however you call it, you just went straight to like, well, none of the guys like they confessed or they didn't turn her in. So oh well. That was the attitude, like, the response from what most people had to say when she did that. And it was like, okay, well, you go, girl, like, you do your job.
Right.
But people don't really understand that. I mean, as a man, you're not gonna really feel comfortable sharing that to the world. What does that sound like? Oh, yeah, I got taken advantage of by Cardi B, or she raped me, or she robbed me or whatever. Most men are embarrassed about that because of their male pride. So this leads to the number 6 question. Do you agree with Cardi B's reasoning? Why or why not?
No.
Okay,
No.
so I clicked on things. So her reasoning. So first of all, her reasoning she said was because she this is what she had to do to survive. This is her reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a choice to make, and your choices can have consequences. You need to be mindful of the choices that you make because there can be some consequences. Even if it don't happen right then, it can happen later on down the line. So I mean, I'm not in her position, so I mean, I know I wouldn't have done that. But I don't know what was going on in her life. I don't know, so I can't say I agree with her reasoning. I know me personally, I wouldn't do that. I mean, what she did as far as the stripping, like I wouldn't do that. There's plenty of people that are strippers that I'm sure that they don't do that. They don't do drugging people and stealing their wallets and things like that. So I feel like she could have made a different choice, but I don't know why she felt she couldn't make a different choice. So that's what she had to do. So I don't agree with the reasoning because I feel like she could have made a different choice. she could have made a different choice. So I don't agree with it because I mean, why did you feel like that was your only choice to do was to drug them and steal their wallets? I mean, you made a choice to be a stripper. So I mean, you know, you could have made a different choice even in that aspect. You didn't have to choose to be a stripper. You could have went and got something else. That's the thing is like I don't know what was going on where she felt like that was her ultimate decision was to be I'm gonna go be a stripper. So I don't agree with it as far as what she said. As far as I know, a decision I would make, but you know, she made it for whatever reason she made it. So
I need a response to this statement. Shake my head. Her saying what she said will resurface in maybe 30 years from now, and she could possibly go to jail for actions. No one in their correct frame of mind is clapping up for actions. All right, I'm gonna just say this, right? You know, like in Bill Cosby's case, right? Yeah, 30 years from now, like you know, it caught up to whatever happened, right? And then it proved that he was innocent. But why would it take another 30 years, you know, for this person, especially like in this cancel culture that we live in right now? I mean, the baby got canceled for saying homophobic comments, you know, and he wasn't even really talking about the gay community like that.
Can I say what
But
homophobic
wait,
comments he made? I don't even know what the
no,
homophobic comments he made.
no. But hold on, I'm getting the CardiB real quick. But the thing is, why can't you just go to jail right now? And as
Right.
far as like no one in their correct frame of mind is clapping their actions, well, yeah, of course, people who has the correct frame of mind ain't clapping to that, but her fan base is clapping to that. So obviously, their fan base is not in their frame of mind, just like Cardi B is. The fact that she is not arrested because of her victims didn't press charges, but that doesn't change her
So,
actions that she
so
admitted
who
to.
had the first question?
Hmm?
Who had the first question?
Wait, the first question of
Was it did Tammy or was it Luann? Did one of them have something to say?
wait.
Because I
Wait, you
see
talking
Tammy
about
raise her hand, and Luann. Well, Luann said she wanted to say something. Tammy raised her hand. I was trying to figure out who's going to answer the first question.
No,
oh
no.
you talking about the
He was
next question.
telling me to wait till he gets done.
Yeah.
Okay, so where's the question?
It wasn't a question.
It wasn't a question. Oh, okay.
No, you got to read the chat what is being said. The same question was asked of Bill Cosby when he was on top. Okay. But I think it was like Luann and then Tammy. Oh, go ahead, Luann.
Oh, y'all know I forget stuff.
Don't worry, you'll remember 30 years later.
I don't even know. I don't even remember. But all I know is that Cardi B she just needs to be canceled. Oh, okay. My question was, I don't know why the baby is canceled because he didn't literally. I seen the whole video. Sorry, I don't even listen to the baby. I'm not a big fan of his or not. I think he's a child. But what when they do these concerts, they say off the random stuff. I don't think it was homophobic. He didn't say all gay people get out. You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes I think that I forgot the correct pronunciation that you can call someone who's gay, but um, some gay people are very sensitive. They are just so sensitive. You can say pick a boo and they just start ready to they want to cancel you. The baby just said, hey, I mean, I just feel like what he said was insensitive. It was insensitive, but it was not homophobic because he did not say if you're gay and you have AIDS, get out. That's not what he said.
That's not what he said.
It's not what he said at all. So I want to know what is the homophobic comment that he said. Just because he said if you have AIDS, get out, or if you get, or I don't even think he said if you gay, get out. I don't even think he even said those words.
No, it
So
was
I want to know
it
what
had
was the
nothing to do with the.
homophobic thing that he said. He said if you didn't suck penis in the parking lot, that's not homophobic. He's talking about the thoughts. So what is the homophobic thing that he said? They got upset because he made the AIDS comment. But guess what? To back him up, Billy Porter just came out and said he had AIDS and he's definitely gay. So I'm just putting it out there. So you can't say someone is homophobic and there are a few gay people out here with HIV with AIDS. Just saying.
Yeah. Thank you, Luann. Tammy?
And when he said, I just want to put it down, when he said that if you ain't doing this in the parking lot, put your hands up. He basically, that's another definition of a hater. Because a lot of times when rappers say that, they're talking about haters. That's what they're talking about. That has nothing to do also with.
He wasn't talking. I don't even think he knew. He wasn't talking about gay people.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't talking about that. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, that's why I said in the beginning, like
they painted this picture that way.
That's why I said, like in the beginning, like he wasn't talking about that. I mean, whatever. I guess, man, because everybody's sensitive now these days. But Tammy, go ahead.
So I just looked it up what he said, and he said, "Ladies, if your pee smell like water, put your cell phone light in the air." He said, "Fellas, if you ain't suck a blank in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air. Keep it effing real." So I think it was taken as a homophobic comment because of what he said was like he was calling out people that are not gay, as if to say that he didn't like gay people, even though he didn't. That's the thing, is that even though he didn't say he doesn't like people that are gay, people that are gay may have taken it that way. That's what I'm saying, is that when people are celebrities, when you are in the
people
spotlight,
been saying stuff like that. All the rappers say that. All the rappers say that. All the rappers say that.
But that's what I'm saying, is that this is the problem, is that celebrities, they say certain things and they don't pay attention to what they're saying. And then when something happens, they're like, oh my gosh. But like, this is the thing, the actions you do, the things you say, they need to be more mindful of that than we do, because you're in the spotlight. There's all kinds of people watching you, and they are looking for a way to cut you out. They are looking for a way. Don't give them a way to cut you out. Don't give them a way to take away what you got. Because that's the thing.
Spotlight too. It's not just him.
Because
they've been saying the same thing he's been saying. So if they're gonna do that, they got to do that to everybody then. Because all the rappers been saying it. They've been saying it, and that's just the definition. That's the definition of a hater.
Okay. Can we say what? Can I be offended? Can I, as a person, be offended that Nas kissed a whole man in the mouth on national TV? I can be offended by that.
You said Nas?
Yeah, Little Nas X.
No, she talking about not Joe.
Oh, shit.
For 2 minutes on national TV. So can
I was
be
just listening to this the other day.
No.
Right.
That's what he wanted to do. So no, I'm not offended by it, because I remember Madonna and Britney did the same thing 10 years ago. So it's just like, I just feel like you can't be sensitive on every little subject. You can't be sensitive because someone doesn't want you to be around them if you're like that. You can't be sensitive on these topics. It's just really
right.
So I don't think it's about being sensitive. I think it's about just being mindful that something that you say is a possibility. It's going to be taken a certain way. So it's almost like you have to prepare yourself for the backlash. Like when you say something, just prepare yourself that there's going to be somebody out there that's probably going to take what you said a different kind of way. So if you have to prepare yourself that this is a possibility, this is going to happen, because you chose to say that. That's what I'm saying, is that the choices you make and the things you say, like, you have to have yourself on standby.
Check this out. Little Dirk said it, and he said he's on top. King Von said it. When he was on top. It's a lot of youngsters on top.
50 Cent even said it.
Okay, the Migos said it also. So
people just pick and choose.
Are they going to pick on them? Are we just picking on one dude? Like, what's going on? They've been saying this for years. Okay, they've been saying this for years. Spice One had said it. He said it too.
Mm-hmm.
So
wait, I gotta ask BJ. Sorry, BJ. BK a question. What are your thoughts right now, BK? And then I'm gonna get to Chris.
I mean, anytime we say someone did something wrong, right? What we're also saying is that they broke some sort of moral standard, right? And that's when the conversation really gets interesting, because then the next question is, well, what moral standard? By which standard are you judging this individual with? And then can we use the same judgment on you? Right? Because everybody's always quick to condemn someone else. But do you live by the same standard that you want to put on everyone else? You know, that's the thing that I always find interesting. You know, people are very quick to say this person was wrong. It's like, well, if we look at your life, are we going to find things that are similarly wrong? And should the same thing be done to you that you're saying should be done to these people?
Yeah.
That's always my question.
You know what people will be so quick to? They'll be so quick to say, well, why Jeff Bezos didn't feed all the hungry people and end world hunger, as if we're going to just end it all in one day by spending billions and billions of his dollars. But they get mad because he goes to what, NASA, or shoot up to the moon somewhere. But then it's like, well, when was the last time you gave a homeless person like $1? You know, when was the last time you done something financially? You know, if I ask you for some money, I don't think you won't give it to me. So why are you worrying about this person and his finances? Stay out of another person's pockets. Chris.
Go ahead. No, and they can't destroy the baby's career. Okay, the baby could go to the club and have thousands of people there packed. They still want to buy it. So they ain't destroyed nothing. I just want to throw that out there. They can't destroy nothing, especially the stuff that we built. Can't destroy us like that. So they, you know, maybe he has some endorsements. So he don't care. He got money. You think he cared? He could get an endorsement somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want to say. They can't destroy us, not at all. You know, it's really morally the ones, I'm gonna say, the hallucination community. It's really the black ones that's really shutting them down, trying to shut them down. You can't shut them down, okay? He's already got money. He's already been paid. He could go to a bar and have fun and charge people tickets at the bar. You know, you think that bar man is not going to allow that? Of course he's going to allow that. He want the money. So you can't shut him down. So that's all I want to say about that. Go ahead.
All right, Chris, I'm gonna get to you. What are your thoughts about everything? I know these debates be getting heated sometimes. So welcome to the Lion's Den.
I have to go pretty soon, so I'm gonna touch on a couple things though. Okay. Okay. So first, just to quickly go back a couple seconds, I want to say sorry to BK apologists. When I said subscribe, I didn't mean that you followed white supremacy. I meant like I don't agree of the existence of white supremacy to a grand extent. That's what I meant. So
we good. No problem.
Yeah. But one thing that I did want to touch on really fast was I did question why the women who came forward. Like if it was kind of set up, I did find it interesting that they used majority. I believe it was like 50 women and majority of them were white. And I wonder if that made the issue more sensitive. Like more people followed it because it was a black man against white women, like going back to like the 70s and 60s when that was a really major issue. But fast forwarding to CardiB and her reasoning, I completely agree with BK apologists. Like what I was going to say is, how would she have felt if someone used that same logic against her? You know, this idea of, oh, well, this is what I had to do to survive. And, you know, going back to what Miss Tammy, what First Lady Tammy said, we all have choices and we all have consequences. And I think what she's doing is she's not holding herself accountable and saying that what I did was wrong. She's making excuses for herself to sweep it under the rug to make it seem like it's okay and kind of level the playing field. But you have to ask yourself, if this was a man, you know, doing this to a woman, drugging a woman and stealing from her, you know, what would the world have done? What would have happened? And I feel like, you know, we have to get to a point. Oh, that's the next question. Yeah. We have to get to a point where people are able to see these things through these various lenses, or we're going to have these double standards in a world where, you know, there are certain people getting, well, I'm not going to keep it vague. In my experience, it's mostly been women. And I think the saying is women want the accountability of a child, but like all the privileges of a woman, something like that. And I just felt like CardiB was a perfect example of not wanting, she wants all the privileges.
Don't play with that.
Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She wants all the privileges that she gets, but she doesn't want any of the consequences, and she doesn't want any of the accountability when it's against her. And I felt like that was what she said was extremely inconsiderate, insensitive, and unfair. And I don't agree with her reasoning at all.
I definitely appreciate. I definitely appreciate you for saying that, because, a lot of, this is why I like you. Like when you come to like the show, like and give your input, because I feel like a lot of women normally, like, they will try to defend their hardest, and they know that CardiB like is wrong, but they never want to admit that it is a double standard when someone's doing the same thing as what a man is doing, because people feel like, well, they don't take it seriously. Like I said, I take everything seriously. Like when it comes to like rape, abuse, whatever, being drugged, all that stuff. But that also applies when the same thing happens for a man too. We have to keep that same energy that we keep for the women. The same way we need to hold these men accountable for the actions that they do, we gotta hold the women accountable as well too.
Exactly.
And I think CardiB should be canceled, but nobody don't want to cancel her because she has a huge dump. Well, I was gonna say the other word. She has a huge ignorant fan base that's highly unintelligent.
Right.
So that's all I'm just gonna say. And if the people, if you CardiB fans or whatever, get mad because I said it, then oh well, don't get mad at me. Get mad at yourselves.
May I add?
Yes.
May I add one more thing before I go?
Yes.
One conversation that's had often is that a lot of women want men to be more vulnerable, and they want men to ask for this support. And we see something like this, where this was a great opportunity for women to say, "Hey, we need to find out who these men are to support them." And men don't deal with things the same way women do. Obviously, I'm sure whatever happened. They probably feel that way, unfortunately. But I felt like that was such a great opportunity for women to say, okay, we've talked about this. We're saying how men, aren't being seen as human really anymore. They're not being helped through these situations. They're not like, I think there's like one homeless shelter for a man per street, pretty much. Like, it's really, really bad. They're not getting the support. And we had an opportunity here where a woman comes on and she says this live openly that she's hurt men, and it's vanished. And I'm pretty sure there are women who are laughing about this and think that is completely okay. And I just feel like this was a huge missed opportunity. And I'm really happy that you asked this question.
Oh, thank you so much. I know you have to go, Chris, but before you go, can you please shout out like your social media? I want to just highlight you real quick, your YouTube channel, all that.
Yes, you can find me on YouTube. My channel is The Blooming Ebony. We talk about feminine growth. It's going to pretty soon grow into basically an accountability group is the goal. And so we'll be talking about discipline soon. And I have a series coming out called To the Roots, where we're going to be kind of tackling why we have the beliefs that we have today as women, and also as men in some areas. And then also you can follow me on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I look forward to doing like a live interview with you tomorrow. So everybody, just to let you know, tomorrow will be the live interview with us and the Blooming Ebony. And I think it will start like at 7:30. That's the kind of time you'll be ready, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 7:30 Pacific time. Stay tuned for the live stream for tomorrow. So, and for the guys that's in the chat, because I know a lot of people, when I post stuff and they kind of complain, be like, oh, why didn't you send this or that? I'm telling you guys right now, 7:30 tomorrow night, which will be Tuesday, and that will be August 10th. So stay tuned for the live stream between us and then the Blooming Ebony. So
it's gonna be fun. Thank you so much for having me. It was nice meeting you.
All right. Thank you so much as well.
Everyone have a good night.
Chris,
nice meeting you, Chris.
All right. Okay. Oops. All right. Let me get to Queen. Queen, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. you know, it's hard for me to see because like you don't have like your normal icon. So sometimes I look around like, oh, where's Queen at? I was like, oh, she here.
I have to fix it. Sorry about that. I'm here. I'm here.
No, it's all good though. But
I'm a white dot today. I'm a white dot.
I know you changed your colors on us.
That's right. You know.
But yeah, what's your thoughts on the number 7? And the number 7 is also the final question, by the way. But feel free to add on to it, whatever else you guys think of. About CardiB.
I think there is a double standard, and unfortunately, that's how society is. I think if you do anything to someone, you take advantage of them, you rob, steal, rape, whatever, you should be held accountable to it. I think unfortunately, I think society looks down on men coming forward and saying they were molested or raped, and they can maybe emasculate them to a certain extent. I think Tyler Perry had something like that where he had some men talk about, you know, how they were violated. And I think people just need to come forward. I remember when I was driving for Lyft at one point, I had a passenger cry and was in my car and said that, hey, you know, he was at a bar, someone slipped him a drink, he woke up, he was in pain, and he woke up in a bed next to someone he didn't know. And he immediately started thinking about what his sisters have to go through as women going to bars and stuff like that. And so, you know, I said, well, we need to think about what men have to go through too, because your story, unfortunately, it may seem isolated to you. It's not an isolated incident. You know, I encouraged him to go to the hospital because he was from out of town and he didn't know whether the person was a man or a woman. So I just suggested that he go to the hospital and get tested. So I dropped him off at the hospital. I felt bad, but I think it is a double standard. I think when you violate someone, you should be held accountable no matter who you are, men, women, you know. And I think unfortunately a lot of women can cheer for it because for so many years it's been the other way around, and I don't think it's okay either way. Hurt people, and everyone needs to be held accountable.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Man. Anyone else have any thoughts before we get ready to close this one out? Nobody?
It's about that time.
Okay, then. All right. Well, in the meantime, I want feel free everyone to shout out like your social medias. I will start with let's start with DJ Eddie Kane for a bit, right? Shout out to him because DJ Eddie Kane, man. Like, oh wait, actually, hold on. I almost forgot. Hold on. Damn it. I almost forgot. Sorry, Tammy. Sorry. My bad, DJ. I forgot that Tammy and Luann, right?
Ooh,
have poems.
Here we go. Let's go.
I am so sorry, everybody. Hold on. And then let's see. That was Karen. Good call to action. Okay. All right. So let's see which one's gonna go first. Okay. Tammy, do you want to go last or do you want to go first?
I'll go last.
Okay.
No, you go first.
Okay.
Wait, Luann, you want Tammy to go first?
You go first.
No, I'm not going first. I'm not going first.
Okay.
Because I always do my poem, so I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, hold on. All right, let me see. I wanted to put Luann on the spotlight, so Luann, get ready.
Hold on.
All right, you better hurry up and run.
Everything okay?
Shoot, hold on.
She was like, "Oh shoot! Like I gotta hurry up and take this bonnet off my head.
No,
I wasn't prepared for this."
Forgot where I put my paper.
All right.
I just forgot where I put my paper.
Yeah, good thing you reminded me, Tammy, because
yes. Oh
I
shoot.
forgot, because we're not gonna have just one, but we're gonna have two poems like for tonight. You know,
Oh
the
shoot.
debut of Luann's
Got it.
poem.
Yeah, I do have it. Just hold on. Tammy, you should just go ahead and go so we won't have
No, I'm gonna wait.
to keep them
I'm gonna
waiting.
wait.
Why you doing her like that? Come on, Tammy.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
You know she's stressing out right now.
Never.
She's trying to
This is
figure out
not
the date.
competition.
Okay. I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. And I'm ready to put you on the spotlight, girl. Let's go, Luann.
Ding, ding,
Okay,
ding.
so this poem is called Wild Winds. Okay, it goes, the wild wind blows. I feel his presence near me. Birds chirping and humming. I know he's speaking to me. The wind stopped no more. Chirps. I feel death lingering on, hurt and anger and tears. When will it all go away? The pain and the sorrow. Is it my time? Blood, shed, mayhem. Cut too short in this little life of mine. Signs telling me I'm already gone. This can't be where I belong. The wild winds blow heavily. I can't let him find me. No, I can't let him find me because there's nowhere to hide. And I'm convinced that this is not my time. The wild winds blows. That's all I have.
Woo!
Okay.
Wait,
I like that one.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
All
Give
right,
it up.
all right.
Give it up. Ring the bell. Ring the boxing bell.
Oh, you want me to ring the bell, man?
Yeah, ring the
Let's give
bell.
her a round of applause real quick.
Yes, there we go.
You know what I mean? All right. Thank you, Luann.
You guys are crazy.
Okay, so the wild of the wind, right? Now you
Mhm.
know you're going to have to break it down to us, right?
Wild of the wind.
Yeah. First of all, right?
You would actually think it's about someone dying, but it's not. It's like a breakup. And during this breakup, I am just basically trying to find myself. Wow,
That's
like
deep.
leaving that
That's
That was
path,
dope.
you
That
know,
was
like
dope.
leaving that path. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Tammy, what you got? Let's go.
Boomerang.
All right, Tammy,
All right,
you
let's
ready?
go. Let's get it in.
Oh,
What
she
you
got
Tammy?
her
Let's go.
mic muted. She got to unmute her mic.
Yeah.
Unmute your mic, Tammy.
All righty. Okay, let me. Okay, so mine is a little bit longer than hers. Y'all know I always do a long one. So, okay, so this is called The Real You.
Okay, the real
Go
you.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. You guys ready?
Wow, when
We ready?
the
Come
real
on,
you.
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
She finna go in.
Honesty is honestly a fantasy of the real version of those we see. To have to look microscopically at the truest part of humanity, which is not necessarily who we interact with on the daily. You see, the problem is that too many people push away the honesty for the conventionality of their current reality, even though it's really a figment of what they imagine it to be. In actuality, to be honest takes strength and vulnerability, and not many have the ability to reach that level of maturity, even if they remain on a destructive frequency of unpredictability. The difficulty trusting that when we thoroughly have sincerity about who we are really will not only give your life credibility, but also validity, especially when you are constantly hit with negativity. I mean, honesty is something that many can't conceive to be the best policy, even when doing the opposite only leaves you breaking yourself to be who you think other people expect you to be. But let's be honest, that's exactly what you wanted them to see. You covered up the purity of your humanity with jealousy and insincerity, leaving the real you virtually stuck in a purgatory of your own creativity. You didn't want them to see who you are internally because seeing that will cause a breakdown in your current reality. You're just not ready to face that reality of false security. How many times do we have to lie to ourselves about who we actually are rather than the carbon copy we present ourselves to be? Being honest means stepping out of that comfort zone of luxury into a place that's not always as pretty, but a place that strips away the beauty and instead reveals a place of mental poverty. Knowing that your vulnerability is now a liability is too high a price that most are not willing to pay, essentially. Let's face it, many like the feeling of comfortability. If you think it brings you to a place of uncertainty and mediocrity, most would rather stay in a place of complacency, even if it means giving up your dignity to conformity. Few see that in honesty, there's a feeling of liberty, and in liberty comes finding identity, which really is your primary responsibility. But again and again, dishonesty will reign victoriously, leaving most to embrace it heroically, but leaving them a person of quantity rather than quality. If we really get to a place of transparency, we will see that true honesty leads us to prosperity, not monetarily, but mentally and emotionally. You begin to see that the person you were previously had you essentially walking blindly into a world that, although in your mind satisfactory, could never lead you to who God created you to be. Let me say this clearly. Being a slave to dishonesty is cowardly. You see, the travesty of that catastrophe is that it was never going to lead you to a life of integrity. Instead, it was going to leave you stuck in absolute captivity. The only way to break away from the lie and live truly happily is to finally say, I choose the true me and not the fantasy. When we finally make that turn of degree 180, we will finally come not only to love, but stability, finally come to unmatched clarity. And I don't know about you, but I need that clarity absolutely, and not just now, but till infinity. Now tell me, who are you honestly?
Oh.
Woo! Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Battle.
I see where
This is a
I see where
battle.
Hollywood's mindset was at. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna
We are
just
in a
save the
battle.
best for last. I'm gonna write like this. Gonna be like 6 pages of this poetry stuff. You know, I know what you was thinking. But okay,
Well, you know,
no pause
so
was
like,
good.
This
I
is a
like it.
battle. This is a battle.
well,
Okay.
you know, like, and the poem came from just like me thinking about how a lot of people are not honest with themselves, because being honest with yourselves means being transparent and really getting to the root of who you really are. And so a lot of people are not ready to go there because they're comfortable with where they're at. Because where they're at is great and lovely, and being the true you and being honest about who you are, that's not always pretty.
Right.
So it's about, really seeing that the true you, being honest about who you are, is going to bring you to a level that you probably didn't thought you could get to. So, but not everybody's willing to do that because in their eyes, there's no benefit in that. They're already getting the benefits of what's currently going on. But the reality is what you are portraying yourself to be is not really who you are.
Wow.
Mm.
Damn. All right. Well, great, amazing job, ladies. When the wild wind meets the real you, like you get a good combination of that.
I liked it, both of them.
I know. I want to hear some more like next time on the stream. You know.
Well, that
I
one,
don't
that
know
one was
who won
really
this
quick. That
battle.
one was just like kind of quickly made.
Now you don't have to be modest. You know, you like hey, I'm gonna make it short and get it to the point.
Right.
I feel you trying to give us a little teaser, Luann. I hear you. I know what you're doing. Yeah,
But
she's gonna, she's
Tammy is
gonna, she's
always
gonna
great.
lower herself up next time.
I can never compete with my best friend. Like, really?
I told him that your poems are good. I told him you're a good poet.
She's awesome. An awesome person.
I've already said that it was good though.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I heard,
yeah.
cause I heard her poems before. Even a while back, she was doing
Oh,
poems.
at the theater, huh?
Oh, okay. Well, look, Luann, I look forward to hearing more of your stuff. So don't be shy about it.
She's not on here. Thank you, Mario. She's not on here, but Mario, Eddie, you guys know who she is, and I just kind of want to give her some love and let's show her some support. Pretty Tony, she's really out there doing her thing. I think she just got a part in a movie or something like that, and
Pretty
so
Tony.
Pretty Tony out there doing it, and so I
Okay.
really just want us to just go out onto her page to just show to show her some love.
Okay. Well, definitely shout outs to Prey Tony out there. So yeah, we'll definitely check her out. All right, appreciate the shout out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that being said,
I'm gonna give a shout out to I'm Just Saying Though podcast. You know, my cousin, she got her own little show going on. I'm gonna give a shout out to her. I also want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Tatum. She got like a movie that's coming out. It's a cop movie.
Okay.
She's doing good too. You know, I think her and Pretty Tony actually know each other. I'm not sure.
Oh, they might know each other.
They might know each other. I'm not sure though. But I'm gonna give a shout out to her and Pretty Tony too. She was doing her thing too. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, she's out there doing her thing. I think she's in another, like I said, a movie and a play. So let's just, when we see her page, to shout her out. Next time I will actually have her her Instagram and stuff. I think it is Pretty Tony. So you in Instagram if you want to go check her out.
Okay, so you guys keep in touch personally?
Sometimes we'll talk to each other, but more so, I just see all her work on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe someday you could bring Pretty Tony on the show.
Okay. I'll ask her.
And then she could kind of tell us what she's doing currently.
Okay.
And we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then same thing for you, DJ. If you talking to Tatum, let her know, hey, bring come to the show, tell us what you do. So shout outs to Pretty Tony and Tatum. And you know what? Shout outs to everyone that's in this panel, which is DJ Eddie King, Luann Queen, BK Apologist, Hall of Fame, and First Lady Tammy. So with that being said, I'm going to highlight everyone. I'm going to go back to DJ Eddie King because I actually cut you off. So my bad for that. But let's go ahead, DJ Eddie King.
Yeah,
shout out to the instrumental, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Well, first of all, I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Hall of Fame. What's up, baby? Brooklyn, baby.
Mr. Hall of Fame.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to First Lady and everybody that's in the chat right now, everybody that's talking, everybody that's been there, Chris, everybody. I want to give a shout out to everybody. You can find me, on YouTube. On YouTube, you can just type it in DJ Eddie King. You can find me on IG, DJ.Eddie.King. You can find me on Facebook, Eddie F. King, on Facebook. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to BK Apologist. BK Apologist, go unmute yourself and give a shout out to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? I go by the name of the BK Apologist. I am a urban apologist. I defend the gospel via a urban way of doing things. And this coming August the 12th, me and fellow urban apologist Adam Coleman will be doing a refutation of the spiritual warfare segment in Hidden Colors 2. There's a lot of bogus information in that clip, and me and Mr. Coleman will be addressing that in that video. So please definitely check that out. And that's about it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Check that out.
Yeah. And then let's see, shout outs to Luann.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Just check me out on Facebook, Luann Love, Instagram, Luann Love. And that's it so far.
Okay, that's it, huh?
Yeah.
I tell you, man, she always begins straight to the point. Just check me out. That's all. Nothing else, nothing more. Okay, Queen 2021, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Too bad we only see the white screen of it, but it's okay.
Just look me up on Queen2K21 on Instagram, and be sure to check in our podcast, All Females, on August 14th at 5:30, Ladies Night.
Yeah.
All right, Ladies Night. And also, by the way, DJ Eddie King, right? Because she says, what? Or, I think she was trying to whoop whoop to DJ Eddie King from earlier. So,
yeah.
Anyways, okay, we'll go over to Hollywood Tammy. Tammy. I think you spelled your name wrong, Hollywood.
I had to put on my glasses.
Did you see that little neck turn? You was like, Like, yeah, I'm stuck. Oops, hold on.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, First Lady Tammy 916. No spaces in between, just one word. You won't be able to find me on Facebook because you have to know me in order for you to be able to find me. So find me on Instagram.
What's up with the shades? There ain't no sun outside.
I'm
Hey, she put
Hollywood
the-
Tammy. Thank you very much. Don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate.
Okay.
Hold on. Where's my gangster music real quick? Hold on.
Okay. I know. She needs that Boys in the Hood song on.
No, I got you though. But hold on for a second. Let me go ahead and play
Straight
this
Outta
real
Compton.
quick. Straight out of Compton. Look, this is Gangster Tammy's theme song right here. Hold on. Stay feeling stuff. Yeah.
Today was a good day. That's mine.
Hey. Now we gotta go to Mr.
Let's get it. All the fame.
Brooklyn, baby.
Man.
Check it, Brooklyn, baby. Tell them what's up, baby.
Oh,
Tell them
man.
what's up.
Yo, the love is incredible. Thank y'all for the love, man.
Tell them what's up.
Man, thank you for everybody for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we look forward to bringing you more content. We have a lot of new content coming for y'all. I don't even know if I don't even know if y'all ready for this new dynasty thing we got going on. I don't know if you're truly ready, but we coming with it. You know what I'm saying? We coming with it all, and we got celebrity topics coming up. We got more relationship topics coming up. We haven't forgot about that. We just work continuously all the time. You know what I mean? My inbox be ringing off, man, just with different things. People coming up with different ideas, and I'm truly grateful for just to be a part of this with all of you. And thank you all for just making it easy for me to network with you. Thank you for making it easy for me just to be a part of the team. Just thank all of y'all. I like connecting with all of you on a regular basis, and it's keep me motivated. It keeps me dedicated to doing what I'm doing in my life and keeps me focused. With that being said, please look out for the Lady Stream coming up the 14th of August, Ladies Night. Not in a relationship, Ladies Night edition. The Queens will reign supreme that night. Yes, they will. Also, we have an interview coming up tomorrow with Krista Bloom and Ebony. Please look out for that. That'll be tomorrow, 5:30 Pacific.
No, 7:30. 7:30.
I'm sorry, 7:30 Pacific time, and then the rest of y'all can do the math on that one. And then I'm gonna just shout out my Instagram real quick, and I'm gonna let them three close it out. You can find me if you have any questions, any inquiries about the stream. Please hit me up at MR Hall of Fame Forever 23. MR Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame Forever 23 on Instagram. Hit me up anytime. Hit me up, if you have any questions, any inquiries, I'll be glad to answer them for you. The things I will answer. There's certain things I'm not gonna tell you, but the things I will answer, and I'm always here to help. So yeah, M3, close it out, dog. Let's go.
Wait, Mr. Hall of Fame, don't you have like four numbers like on your Instagram? You said Hall of Fame 23.
It's 23, yep.
Oh, it's 23 now, so it's not the other.
Nope, it's 23. 23.
All right, I'm going to change that then. Okay, in the description. But anyways, though, with that being said, right? Like I said, shout outs to everybody that tuned into the chat. Matter of fact, shout outs to my super steak burrito that kept me alive for the time being.
Really?
Man, yeah, your boy was working so hard, man. I didn't even get a chance to eat, but I'm doing it for y'all.
I like that T-shirt you got on, man. I like that shirt.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, can you read that? Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a healthy sip of the bay, right? So I got this from what was that protein place? Oh shoot, y'all can see the shirt, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can y'all read it for me in the back?
The Bay.
Yeah. So anyway, I was saying
the Bay Nutrients, right?
Yeah, I think it's the Bay Cafe, the Bay Nutrients Cafe. So shout outs to them, right? Because we won a T-shirt, and so they gave it to us. So yeah, I've been rocking this shirt, pretty much. And it feels pretty tight on me, so it's very comfortable. But anyways, though, besides the shirt, thank you everyone for tuning into Knowledge and Relationships. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please continue to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for my next interview with the Blooming Ebony, and I almost forgot.
The Cash App.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about Cash App. Definitely donate, to $ Mario Marion. Hey, you'll see it coming up down on as it's scrolling. And then Luann, we gotta figure out like a day for us to like interview as well. I'm sorry, to interview as well too, because you play like a good role like into the show, so we gotta give you some recognition as well. So shout outs to Luann again.
Yeah.
So just letting y'all
Why
know.
you gotta put my face up like that? Really?
Man, you bet. Look, man, the whole point about the show is that you gotta make sure you get your minds right before you even come up in the live stream, Luann. So you should already know. Get your mind right, girl. Don't be sleeping around. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Peace.
Later.
All right, we are out.
Yeah.
Cat, 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 cat.